Today's lesson is lesson 85, part 2, estimating and measuring distances using feet, yards, and meters, and identifying the number of inches in a foot and in a yard, feet in a yard, and centimeters in a meter. So we've been using inches and centimeters to measure objects and draw and measure lines. When we measure longer distances or larger objects, we use feet, yards, or meters. Inches, feet, and yards are what we call customary units. Centimeters and meters are what we call metric units. So if I have a pencil, I would want to try to figure out how long this pencil is. And my pencil is probably about 6 inches or so. And I can always measure it to make sure. Yeah, looks like it's about 6-7 inches. Okay? So a pencil is about 7 inches long. Okay? Now if I wanted to measure the length of your desk in inches, one ruler would not be long enough. So you'd have to use multiple rulers to figure out how long your desk is. Okay? Now, if I didn't want to have to use multiple rulers, I can use another tool, and that's called a tape measure or a retractable tape measure. You may have seen your parents using some of these, or someone else. Okay? So I can use a measuring tape to measure the desk. Now, 1 foot equals 12 inches, and my retractable tape measure goes to usually about 36 feet, just depending on the tape measure. Okay? My measuring tape shows feet as well, because you can see here are my inch marks, but then it has 1 foot, and it's usually shown with a black square, the foot marks. Okay? So if I wanted to measure the length and width of the classroom, I could still use a measuring tape. Okay? But you can also estimate the distance actually using your own feet. Did you know that? So if you have your footprints and you put your feet close together, your shoes are about 1 foot long. And so you could step and measure the length of the room using your footsteps. Okay? Because your 1 foot is about the same as 1 foot. Okay. We also have something called a meter stick. And it's a very long ruler. A meter stick is 1 meter long, which is the same as 100 centimeters. We also have something called a yardstick. It's very similar. A meter and a yard are pretty close to the same. But a yardstick is 1 yard, which is the same as 3 feet, which is the same as 36 inches. Now, 1 yard is about the same as 1 giant step. So if I were to take 1 giant step, and I show my footprints from there to there, okay, that would be about 1 yard. So if I wanted to estimate the room, I could just walk around the room, taking big steps, and then and count as I walked. Okay? So remember, 1 yard equals about 36 inches. Okay? Which is the same as 3 feet. Now, a yardstick is a little bit shorter than 1 meter, but they're pretty close. Hey, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.